Should we sing?
Rick, kick us off, Rick.
Jingle bass, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to break a windshield every other day. Hey, jingle bass, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to break a windshield every other day. Bass! All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Good night. That was too much fun. And here we go with the after show and, of course, technical difficulties. But we got a Santa hat on. It makes it better. And thank you, CAE, for gifting 10 memberships already. Love you guys. And yes, we're going to do an LX 3000.1 amp dyno. I'll see you guys in 3 minutes.
So we're kicking it with Andy, right? You know what that means. We living loud.
And let's get this show going. As you can see on the amp dyno section, we got the LX 3000.1, and I'm going to retest the entire thing. And there's a few reasons why I'm going to retest everything, but also the video did great. Thank you guys so much for watching that, and thank you for tuning in. We had an awesome Kicker UnMasked show with lots of guests. I love the live guests in the studio. I know that you can't do that every week, but still. Thank you so much, and thank you, CAE, earlier. Wasn't live, so it didn't pop up in the chat how we do, but thank you, Kibo, for a $2 super chat. Appreciate you. Thank you for the penny, sir. Thank you.
I got pennies.
You know, we're starting off a little bit early, but the Unmasked show ended early, so I figured I might as well go early. Hey, and I know you guys love this LX stuff. I know they're going to be doing a full video on this pretty soon, which will be interesting to see on like the 4-channel, 5-channel, 7-channel stuff. And I'm interested on that because I don't actually have one myself, and I just want to hear what Kicker has to say. I mean, come on. Coming from the horse's mouth, it doesn't get much better than that. Thank you, Kibo. And we got to throw it up earlier from CAE's $10 gifting of the membership. Thank you so much. And then William has been part of the green team for 14 months. Would you look at that? Would you just look at that? Thank you, William, for all your dedication, always tuning into the show, and appreciate you just as a person, man. And you know what? I feel a little off with the Santa hat. Can't really hear what's going on a little bit, but it's usually wasted information anyway. But I do like having just a wireless mic setup. Let me know how it sounds, and rather than being stuck to this thing like an umbilical cord. And either way, appreciate you, William, for being here all this time, and thank you for all that you do. There we go. We got to put it to the side a little bit. I was like, Kayla, where is the Santa hat at? We need the Santa hat. You do just got to look at it. Thank you for tuning in, Justin. Appreciate you, man. And just keep up the content, what you're doing. I'm happy that you tune into the Kicker stuff. I know, you know, with YouTubers, it's like there's no bias stuff, but here on the Kicker channel, so there's a little bit of bias there. But I appreciate you tuning into the Kicker show. I wish more brands would do it too, like the way they do. I know some go live and whatnot, but not what they do. And it's just, it's cool that you tune in, man. It means a lot. Trust me, dude. Thank you so much. And Mr. Kip Litzy, thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you, Mr. Kipster. Love you, man. And thanks again for hanging out on Friday. That was awesome. I know I seen your guys' responses. I sent out the email, just pretty much testing the waters, making sure that the Rigomatic was working and your emails. And yes, so I will be getting your guys' addresses so we can ship that stuff out, the amplifier and the swag stuff. It's going to be awesome. But thank you again, Kip, for being on there. And what's he say? The LX and WX are different animals. The WX still puts out more power. And, you know, whenever I did the Amp Dyno video of, you know, of the LX amplifier, I was like, you know what? I'm kind of sad that it didn't do the exact same numbers as the KXA 2400, being that the 2400 is a 2400, right? But that amplifier truly exceeded its ratings. Plus or minus 10%. Kip, where did they get that? That thing did 3,500 watts at 1 ohm certified and 4,500 watts uncertified. That's kind of crazy. This amplifier, a little bit less, but we're going to get into that. But I feel like it does make sense. You know, you got the CX 1800.1, then you got the LX 3000, then you got the Warhorse 3.6K. That's really like a 4,000 or 5,000 watt amplifier. So it makes sense. You got to have those tiers split up there. Thank you, Kip. Appreciate you, sir. Drew Landers, thank you for tuning in, man. Hope you've been well. Appreciate you. Let's see here. How we go? I whip my hair. Is that how it goes? That's the song. Starting early. I know I'm waiting for everybody to tune in. I don't want anybody to miss this, but I figured, you know, not let the, you know, airwaves die. Might as well go live. Everything's set up. And the reason why I'm testing this again is, well, one, you know, we had the big phone kind of pick up, and I'm like, you know what? I will take a look at it. And I noticed, man, yeah, maybe that's not 100% correct. Let's take a look at it and redo it. But either way, the number, I don't want to give stuff away. I do want to go over there and Amp Dyno this thing. Let's just see who's all here, and we'll start it. Thank you, CAE. I enjoy your show and just want to show it, so I totally don't mind tossing some pennies at you, bro. Thank you, CAE. Keep up the content, man. This guy's going live as much as me, if not more now. That's awesome. And appreciate what you do for the community, man. And thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Stuart, will the LX 3000.1 going to be under $1,000? And that's a very good question. If I were to guess, I would say right at that $1,000. If we think back to the KXA line, I believe that was $10.99 or $11.99, give or take. So it's probably going to be around the same, maybe less. I don't think it would be much more than that for the 3000.1, given that the Warhorse is, I think, $10.99 to $9.99, depending where you get it from, and stuff like that. Thank you, Stuart, for tuning in. Kipalicious, and there's Uncle Bobby B. I was waiting for him. There he is.
Uncle Bobby B, baby. Uncle Bobby B.
Uncle Bobby B. Thank you, Bobby. LX 3000 is so nice, Dubby, says Dubby. Thank you, Dubby. Dubby. I like saying the word Dubby, and it is beautiful, man. You know, with the LED stuff. Well, let's just head over there, man. Let's not talk about it. We just got to look at it, okay? We're just gonna look at it. And Bobby B sending out Christmas cards. All right, cool. So I'm gonna bring this. We need to put this in my pocket, my handy dandy thingy thing bob there, and got the comments over here, over there. But we're gonna need the Bluetooth, so this will have to come down. We're going to switch everything over to here. Pull this over. And, okay, cool. Do I have to sign in my Gmail? I shouldn't have to sign in my Gmail. The reason why I want to have this is just sometimes this mouse right here is a little glitchy. Yeah, I got too many 2.4 gigahertz things going on right now. All right, let's see. We need this account. And then we're going to go in here. I had everything set up, and then I went to go... hold on. You know what? I was watching the UnMasked show, and I see them pulling things up last minute. I'm like, you know what? That's the fun part of doing the streams, is you're trying to have fun and do different things, too. No. Why is it not there? I have it right here. Let me just send it on the... here. There we go. Just so I can have it on this backup phone. I don't like relying on this just because I can see everything. Let's see. Okay, on my way to work in traffic. Hope all are well. Thank you for tuning in, Scott. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Be safe on your ride, too. Oh, that's why. That's not the right email account. I'm like, what the heck? So if that's the case, I gotta send it to that email. Oh my goodness, man. I don't really use this phone for those kind of things, but still. Let's go to send it to liveandlowwithandy.com. Oh my goodness. There we go. Living. I mean, I'm glad I started early. You know? I'm glad I started early. Oh, there's Charlie. Much boom. Thank you for tuning in, Charlie. We're going to do an amplifier dyno live. There it is. Okay, cool. So now I can have... Well, I don't want that there. I want this here. There we go. No, I don't want emojis on my thingy thing. Okay, come on. There we go. Open browser. And... any minute. Alright, cool. So now the new ones will come up there. And that will be set. So now I can turn on the radio here. And I did just upgrade the radio. It's just an older Sony, but just... the Alpine that I had that's sitting over there, there is something with the Alpines. I don't know. Once you hit like volume like 25 to 27, things get kind of wonky. And I don't know if it's some kind of DSP built into that thing or something. It just starts, it's not a clean signal. I don't like it. But I just made do with it over the years. So I finally replaced that. And, all right, so Bluetooth is turning on. We need to pull up. There we go. We want this one right here. And then now we got my comments. It's Dyno time. Dyno time. Thank you for tuning in, Adam. Appreciate you, man. This guy's on the sidelines helping me out with all this stuff, too. You know, we're going to be having him on a live stream. I don't know exactly when, but pretty soon, just to show you guys how to work the SPL Lab software. And I was watching Hi-Fi Vector's video on SPL Lab versus 81 versus, you know, all the different AMM1 versus, or whatever, you know, every single bass head meter garage, all the stuff, Turn Pro. and the differences of it. And he did mention that the SPL lab was more intuitive. You know, it's a little bit easier to use than the term lab, and I 1000% agree with that. Do not leave water or drinks by amplifiers unless you have a core nut fire extinguisher, then you should be okay. But I'll move that just in case. All right, we got Ashy up in here. Thank you for tuning in, Ashy. Garrick says, I love my new Sonys. They definitely work, man. For head units, I like them. I like them. You know, the last one was Alpine. I like Alpine's amplifier subwoofers. That head unit I wasn't a super fan of, but it worked. But either way, Kenwood for head units, and, you know, I feel like there needs to be more options out there. And you do just got to look at it, CAE. You do just got to look at it. Let's see here. Certified 1% efficiency. Let's do some amp dyno numbers. All right, so I have this just sitting here. And if you watch my amp dyno video, we got a little bit more power than that. And still, 3,086 watts. Thank you, Shoopdog, for liking on Facebook. Appreciate you, man. Sorry, there's just wires everywhere here. And the reason why I want to show this amplifier dyno video, and I'm going to get to it towards the end of like kind of like why and everything, but I just want to say, like, literally the voltage, that's why. The actual power that it did, no difference, not much. So what we're going to do is we're going to fire this thing on. Got some switches up here. Turn on the bass knob, turn on the amplifier, and we're going to make sure we're at 4 ohm here. And let's take a little temperature check because, man, this amplifier was cooking these resistors. I've been sitting here testing these things for the past 2 days, and we're only at 78 degrees, so that's good. And we'll see how hot we can get them. But either way, I'm going to zoom in here so you guys can see the power. We're going to do our 4 ohm, 2 ohm, 1 ohm, uncertified, certified type of runs, and go from there. So we got it at 4 ohm, and then volume 37. All right, we're set. Make sure everything's good. Everything looks good. Oh, DC clamp needs to be on. And let's turn this here. Oh, I'm blocking up the whole camera here. All right, let's do stop. Let's do max THD. Reset. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to, you can see the voltage is a little bit high, but I have voltage sag and whatever it's doing it at, that's where I try to angle it at, because I got 1 battery bank in here and that's it. And 3 power supplies, so I charge high, wait for the drop. We're going to use 1 power supply for the 4 ohm run to see if we can get around 14.4 volts and see what we can get certified. 4 ohms. Oh, we got David K in here. Thank you for tuning in, Dave. You know what? I need to bring my little thing over. I did rewire everything, so now I can move the secondary thing right over here. And then, of course, we can press things like this.
Yeah, don't forget to hit the light. You gotta hit the light. Love them. It's real easy. That thing that goes like this. Pretty simple.
That's it. Thank you, Dave. Appreciate you tuning in, man. And you guys are awesome for always just supporting, man. Let's see that 0.0015% THD test. I don't know about that. Bees are life. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you. Ashy, what is up? It's okay if it's a marine amp. All right, cool. So let's do a little baby test. Make sure we're good. Volume is up. All right, do we need to zoom in? Do you want to zoom in more on this thing? 4 ohm certified. Enhance, enhance. There we go. I think we got another click in there, huh? Let's redo that. 852. We need more juice. Redo it. 4 ohm certified. we go. There we go. 1067. Do we need another click in there? 92% efficient. That's the difference. That is the difference. That is the difference. 92% efficient. That's crazy. And the reason why my efficiency scores were lower was just because I was metering or checking the voltage here. So it was acting like the voltage was better than it was. Meanwhile, it wasn't. And it was most noticeable at the 1 ohm run. Let's get that rated number. Come on, we got another Ugga in there. Just turn it up a little bit more. Turn it up to 11. All right, can we get the 1100? Can we get it? Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. 1300 watts at 4 ohm, 3.9. At 14.4 volts, 93% efficient. That's a big difference. I was getting like 88, 89 at 4 ohm. That is huge. Now let's do uncertified. Max, reset, reset. All right, 4 ohms. And that was on volume 41. Okay. Let's send her. 4 ohm uncertified. Full tilt boogie. Oh, wow, look at that. That thing is counting. 1,457 watts at 14.3 volts, 94% efficiency. That's what's freaking nuts, dude. That is what's crazy. I mean, it's maybe a give or take percentage, you know, all that fun stuff, but yeah, that's impressive. All right, so now what we're going to do next is we're going to do 2 ohm certified. So I'm going to switch these up. How hot is my, let's see how hot this guy is. Where is W? Don't clip that. All right, we are at 130 degrees on one of the resistors, so we're still good. We're putting 3 times the rated power on these resistors. It's kind of insane. All right, so let me zoom out for just a minute so you can look at the L7X. Just look at it. Let's see. Efficiency on the LX is amazing. That's the biggest takeaway. You know, yeah, people are going to say it doesn't do as much power as 2400, but that efficiency is stupid. That is almost like Warhorse, or it is like Warhorse 10K, and how efficient that was in general, you know, around that 90-95% efficiency. And this doesn't have any of that switch. You know, it actually has to take the power from the input to the output section. So there are efficiency losses there compared to the Warhorse that had none of that. It was just straight from the output. Straight from the input, right to the output, you know, and just all that fun stuff, how that works. So let's do certified. Can you see my hat? All right, let's go to max, and we're going to go back to volume 37, because that's, for some reason, I don't know if it's just physics or what. 4 ohm, you can turn up a little bit more. I don't know. Maybe it's just the way I have it with the dB full scale. Who knows? All right, so let's do 2 ohm certified. What can we get? It's rated 2,000 watts. Let's zoom in. Enhance, Ernie. Enhance. And play. Oh, I forgot to put the other power supply on, but let's just see what it does at lower voltage on one power supply, stock alternator. Let's see what we get. Yeah, see, we got 1716. For some reason, that is running a little low. I don't know if I did something on the volume here, but let's, excuse me, hook up the power supplies. Damn, okay. Got that one in. I gotta add a switch to one of these. I have a switch on one, but no switch on the other. Let's redo that again. Two ohm certified. This is why amp dynos are usually videos, not live streams, but Let's see what we get. Okay, there we go. There we go. At 14.2 volts, we got 2,270 watts, 88.4% efficient. That is awesome. And the efficiency, why that matters, is you don't need as many batteries in your car to make that power. So if this efficiency was worse, this number over here would be bigger. And that means that's the power it's taking from your car to make this power. Okay, and that's the biggest takeaway. You know, people say, oh, kicker amplifiers are expensive. Just run this amplifier, it's cheaper. Okay, but that amplifier most likely is less efficient, and you're going to need to add more batteries, which in turn costs more money. So tell me the big advantage on that. So 2,200 watts, certified at 2 ohms. Let's do uncertified. Reset. Well, what do you think, Adam? Is it working all right? All right. How much and where can I get one? I know, Mike, I didn't want to do a video on all this stuff, but everyone started putting LX videos out, so I said, you know what, I'm going to do it. I want to talk about it. I love this size amplifier for kicker and what it all brings to the table, but they are not available yet. I don't know if Kip will give you a wink in here. Hopefully, maybe Q1, so January, February of 2025. Hopefully. That's my guess on it, but I have not heard anything. Jason says, it seems some people take efficiency too seriously. If you want efficiency, don't use class AB and you'll be fine, right? AB amplifiers are just tend to be way less efficient. And that's just the topology of that amplifier. So let's do it. 2 ohms, uncertified, full tilt boogie. What can we get? And you notice how that efficiency was lower and then went up. Amplifiers at low power, they just, they're not inherently too efficient until they start to get kicking. All right, so wow, we got 2,595 watts at 2 ohm, uncertified, dropping down to 14.1 volts, 88.6% efficient. And honestly, that's the kind of numbers you're gonna see whenever you're clamping your system. That's just how it's gonna be. You're gonna see that much power when you run it at 1 ohm. That's the thing. All right, so now what we're gonna do is let these guys cool down for just a second because I've been wailing on them. What do we got here? 130. We're good. We're good. We're only 135. We're okay. Let's see what kind of questions we got here. Basehead Go Boom, thank you for tuning in, but you could keep the gain set lower for lower wattage. And absolutely, I know Nate, my neighbor, friend, coworker, he was asking me, he's like, oh, I seen this chart about setting the amplifier. And I'm like, oh, that's the power chart where you can set an amplifier by the voltage, which is this number right here, the 71. Let me zoom in on this here for you guys. There we go, and then down, and then over. This number right here, the 70, we don't need that, 71.1, that voltage, whenever you have an amplifier disconnected, and then you have your multimeter connected to the output section over here, your speaker terminals, with no load on it, you could set it by this voltage number here by taking your amount of power times, what is it, times, I should know this. It's like the amount of power that you want your amplifier to produce, say 1,000 watts, and it's going to be at 2 ohms. So then you would do 1,000, what is it, 1,000 times 2, and then the square root of that. So that should give you, yeah, because I think it's that. There's just a power chart. They do it all for you. You don't have to do the math, but that's how you would set it for lower voltage. All right, let's do it. 1 ohm certified. I know a lot of you guys already seen this video with what it, where's it at? There we go. Reset with the amp dyno, but I know a lot of you guys maybe have not either. So, and with these efficiency numbers that I just noticed that are way better, yeah, we had to redo it. Let's see. Some people love Class AB, but I prefer Class D. Let's see. What is this? Thank you, Brandon. And come in, let me turn on the YouTubes. Come on, Brandon. But thank you for liking on Facebook. All right, let's do it. 1 ohm, certified. Are we good? Certified, certified, certified. Both power supplies on. I need more power supplies in here. I think they're both on. Yeah, they look like they're on. All right, cool. Let's do it. 3,000 watts. How many can we get? Ooh, 3,081. But if you noticed, my voltage actually, I forgot to turn this down a little bit, tanked down to 13.3. So 80% efficient at 1 ohm, 3081. And I know other places have gotten higher numbers, but let's just try it one more time. See if we can beat that 3081. But my voltage is not perfect. This is a lot of power on here. Let's see. Okay, there we go. So we got a little bit higher. 3109 at 1 ohm at 13.4 volts. So if you got higher voltage, you'd be able to do a little bit more power. You know, that's just physics, and it's not a it's not regulated amplifier like the 2400. So, what else can we do here? What else do you guys want to see about the amplifier? Let me read the comments. Oh, come on, Ashy. What about 12 volt Yes. Yes, let's do it. So we just get rid of the power here. And then we're going to just do batteries. Let's do batteries. And we'll probably see some pretty significant drops on this. Let's do 1 ohm. Well, we forgot to do 1 ohm uncertified. I forgot to do 1 ohm uncertified. Oh no, we got to do 1 ohm uncertified. But we will do 12 volt tests. That's why I need a switch, man. That spark gets me every time. And that's not 12 volt spark. There's a difference. I got you, Dubby. All right, we got to go to just max power. And we're already at our 1 ohm. Zooming in, run at 1/4 ohm and go. You know what? If I had the resistors, I would do this thing down to 1/2 ohm. I really would. Low as I can go right now is 1. I need more resistors. And they're expensive. All right, cool. Uncertified. 1 ohm. Oh, we need to go full tilt boogie on this. Crank the gain. All right. Wow, she's still counting. 3,466 watts. And thank you for the emoji. Appreciate you. And, no, it's not. It's not, Dubby. Does it bake bread? If it gets hot enough, Ashy, 1/4 ohm would probably blow a teraamps. I don't know, man. I don't think they would survive a half on a resistive. They probably blow. Maybe like 1/4 of the time, or half the time, 1/2 ohm. Yeah, it's a lot of power, and even at 12.8 volts, you know, efficiency tanked a little bit, but that's gonna happen. But again, you know, if your voltage is better, I bet you could probably get 4,000 watts out of this amplifier. Let's just say Kicker has. That's how I know. I'm like, okay, let me try some things. And that was the thing with the testing on that video. The numbers were identical of how much power it made. It was just the efficiency was off because I was measuring here at my distro block, but from here to here, I had almost a whole volt different on with a lot of current whenever I did the 1 ohm loads. That's the problem. So that's why I had to redo everything over here. So either way. All right, let's do the 12 volt. Oh, look at Charlie. Charlie has been part of the green team for 1 month. Appreciate you, Charlie. And we got something. Kenny Hooks just subscribed. Thank you for subscribing. All right, moving on. Undoing power supplies. Low voltage test. All right, let's drain these batteries. I'm just going to keep it uncertified because, yeah, the voltage is going to be very low. And if your voltage is 12 volt, I bet you're not doing certified amp dyno runs either. All right, cool. Let's zoom in, enhance, enhance. Let's do it. 1 ohm, low voltage. I don't know what this is going to tank down to, man. This is going to go low. This is just the batteries. Wow, 11.6, and we almost made the 3,000 watts. We almost got it. We almost got it. We almost got it. At 1 ohm at 11.6. 77% efficient. Let's just run it again because I know the voltage is going to drop down even more. Oh. Not long enough. Too soon, Junior. Yeah, that's impressive, Ashy. At 12 volt, under 12 volt. Still almost doing rated. Uncertified, probably clipping a lot, but still. There we go, 11.5, 11 yeah, 11.4. We're starting to drop a little bit. Resistors are probably getting a little bit hot. What are we sitting at? We are at 150 degrees on the resistors here. I did find my FLIR. If you guys watched the video, I assume most of you did. It was sitting right there. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. I ain't redoing it. I ain't redoing it. But, I mean, I could do a 2 ohm run. I feel like that's gonna be pretty understandable. 2 ohm at 12 volt or whatever. Let's see what we can get. 2 ohm low voltage test. Nice. Nice. And that's at 13 volts. You know, I know with these batteries, if you drop them below 13, like say if I kept trying to do test after test after test after test, I don't know if it would, over here. There we go. Follow me. There we go. You're following me. I don't know if it would be, able to do it just because how those batteries work, those LTO cells. Like when you start at like 12.6, you're gonna drop pretty fast. You know what, I did forget. Let's walk back over here. I love this camera. I never used the following feature because the room's so small and sometimes it gets kind of confused, but it does work. Yeah, I wanted to show you guys the efficiency differences on just the LX amplifier between the video that I did and what we have. Oh, no. Oh, we're over here, Ernie. Where are you going? Over here. Let's see. I just wanted to show you guys the difference. Thank you, Garrick, for tuning in. Appreciate you, sir. I know, you know, and that's the thing. Whenever I check the video, I did a test where I think I had it where the batteries were like entirely dead. And that's how I know with these batteries. Like they just fall off on their face. I did an entire amp dyno down to 8 volts. Go check the video. I think it's like in the middle section or the third. Yeah, it's like the middle section there. Wiz wanted to see it, so we did that. But right, and you're not going to be able to do that with an amplifier that is just a cheaper amplifier and with different cheaper parts. I'm sorry. I had no worry. Like, yeah, sure, you know, I can get another one. I'm Andy. But I didn't worry about it blowing up because I know that they put protective circuitry in there for things like that kind of situation too. And there's a lot that I could get into, but I would rather Kicker explain that with just the KXA 2400 difference of the LX 3000 with power regulation and all that other fun stuff. But maybe they'll explain that in a future video. Thank you, Jason. Appreciate you. Melting drywall. You're telling me, man. And it's been doing that. I've been having that on that wall there for probably a year and a half, almost 2 years. No, about a year and a half. And that's about the hottest I've got. It was 212 degrees, enough to melt butter, but not the drywall yet. We keep the fire extinguisher handy, though. Let me tell you, we keep it handy. It is, man. The Ozbot Tail Air. It is awesome. A $500 camera, but it's better for like outside stuff for like that, you know, but it works for studio stuff. Thank you, Fago. Let's see, why are those coming down? I want to look up on the comments. Imagine the output with another 3.5 volts, and that's another thing that I talked about in the video on the LX 3000.1, where the operating range and how it shows on the amplifier red, yellow, and green for just the voltage range. Like green, obviously good. Yellow, warning. Red, it's like protect. Like no bueno. Try again. But for those to start to indicate to yellow is such a wide range from like, I think it was like 10.5 or like 11 volts. It started to turn yellow, but it didn't go into protect until it was like almost like 8 volts. You know what I mean? Like a wide operating range on the bottom end, and then the top end all the way up to like 16 something. It didn't turn red until like 17 volts. And that's just crazy. So, and I know that was a big problem with the KXA 2400. I can't wait for them to explain all this. I'm trying to like cover the things that I know with it, with the difference, because honestly, the KXA 2400 was my first like brand new kicker amplifier I ever got, and I loved it, and I still love it. It's in Kayla's car, but it had a max like voltage range of like 15.8, and the guys in the kicker cube on year 2 were having issues because they were trying to charge their LTO or whatever batteries they had at the time super high, and the amps kept shutting off. So they had to sit there and wait for them to turn on, to burp it, to pull the batteries down so that they would stay on, and then kind of just, you know, it was an issue. So it's not that they built the LX with, oh, the 1%ers and, you know, 4015s of kickers in mind, but also in mind. Thank you, Ashy. Appreciate ya. Almost 3K. Nice. Nice. Thank you for tuning in, Kyle. Welcome to the Green Gang. And Kip, thank you for tuning in again, man. Lower DC voltage, lower speaker impedance, lower efficiency, all normal, but still really fantastic numbers. And that's the thing, man. You know, you guys did awesome with this amplifier. I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer. I know what you guys do.
Would you look at that?
I'm just excited to have one, man. And I can't wait to see other people get them, because I put a short on Facebook. Like, yeah, the video did good on YouTube. Got like 2,000 views on like a actual video, 20 subscribers, and the short did like 1,000 views. But on Facebook, it got already like 300,000 views and like 6,000 likes and 800 shares. It's kind of insane. And people are starting to say, I can't find it, and I feel bad for putting it on there because I know it's not ready yet, but at least people are knowing about the amplifier. Thank you, Garrick, for gifting a membership. Appreciate you, man. And you know what? We're just going to throw it here.
Thank you for supporting Andy. Your super chat goes a long way. Pacific Northwest, baby. Stay living loud.
I was waiting for Corn Up, but I had to throw it on there. Thank you, Garrick. Appreciate you. And thank you for supporting me and the channel. Stay living loud, buddy. All right. Fago says, I bet that would be great with the 2025 Solo X12 when the new enclosure drops. And, you know, honestly, yeah, it's a perfect setup for the L7X. Just like a single L7X 10, 12, 15. Pretty much all the power you're ever going to need, even at 1 ohm, you know. And if I get more resistors down the line, I will test it at half ohm. But now I know that my amp dyno survived an LX 3000. I'm going to try to test the 2400, which does a little bit more power. And then I'm going to try to test the Warhorse, pretty much 5K, the WX 3.6. I feel confident, you know, if it blows up, it's okay. But me and Adam, we're already working on something to beef up the amp dyno. Oh, there's Cornut. Well, oh, look at that. There's Cornut. See, I just said this name and it just pops up. Like, what the heck?
Thank you for supporting Andy. Your super chat goes a long way. Pacific Northwest, baby. Stay living loud.
Had to, man. Had to. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Budget Audio with Jay, thank you for hanging out. Let's talk about the Steelers' loss. Just kidding. Enjoy the show, brother. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Them Steagles, man. Not the Steagles. They got our number. I think we've lost to them, what, 15 times in a row? It is bad, but you know what? We'll see them in the playoffs. Actually, it'd be the Super Bowl. We'll see. I only saw the last second and was confused. Almost to 100 subs on mine. WY Dreams, RS Cars, and Christmas Lights updating soon, man. You know what? The YouTube journey of just starting out, filming stuff, and my advice to you is just do it because you like to do it, and then think about what people would like to see. Like, put it on the TV in the living room. If your wife starts to, you know, pull up her phone, the kids start to be like, I don't want a Baby Shark. It's not good enough. I was actually testing that with Oakley today with my Facebook shorts, and the ones that did very good, he was intrigued in. You know, and then there was like a random one with like a chicken's face flapping from the base. He liked that. I mean, that's just our immaturity that never goes away. And but I could see the difference, you know. And he was like swiping. He was literally swiping it. And that's how our brain works. It's kind of scary. So just keep that in mind when you're doing the car audio or any kind of YouTube content, man. What people want to see. Thank you, Garrick. Had to, man. Hey, Andy and Kicker Crew, Mike DePoli, thank you for tuning in, man. Appreciate ya. Basehead 30, what is up? Hope you've been well, man. You know what I forgot to do? Oh, I've been doing all this stuff with the amp dyno. I forgot to fire up the whole kicker. I try not to leave it on all the time, wondering why this thing isn't kicking. It's like it's quiet the other. I don't hear anything going nuts. Whoops. All right, platforms, YouTube. Live. Oh, we're already monitored. Good. Now it's on. All right, cool. Thank you. Basehead goes boom. Oh, yeah, I did want to show off for tonight's UnMasked show. They had Overkill Customs, and on Kicker Club, man, this guy, I mean, you guys seen the builds, man. Andy has amazing artwork skills. Bunch of Warhorse 3600.1s there. I know they showed off a lot of these, but I had to have his profile saved up. And these are the ones that he posted in Kicker Club. There's the excess power batteries that he has there in the back. What kind are those? The AX45s. Lithium iron. Okay, gotcha. LFP batteries. Nice. And then, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 Warhorses. Audio control. Is that audio control? Yeah, that's an audio control amplifier, or looks like a DSP or something like that. That is awesome. Beautiful. Andy, do not worry. Kansas City versus Pittsburgh Steelers has your number. No, they don't. No, they don't, Garrick. No, they don't. That will be a game. I mean, if it's TJ Watt and George Pickens out of a game, either one of them, we lost. Like, it's just, it's impossible. But the team rallies. It's not like they're bad. They just rally around those guys. Beautiful builds, beautiful pictures. This is the one that was build of the week. And just killer, man. Killer. All right, I seen like a lot of people were here just for the amp dyno version. So what are we at? 48-minute marks. I don't want to keep you guys here all night and talk what I wanted to talk about. And this hat's getting me hot. I'm sweating. But I just wanted to do the LX amplifier live and just kind of talk about it. And, you know, retest it for the efficiency numbers, you know, because I'm like, yeah, I guess it should be doing a little bit better numbers if the voltage is where it's at, right? And I just triple checked everything, and I'm like, wow, the voltage wasn't as good just because there was a drop literally 1.5 feet away from the amplifier, nearly a volt. So that's why the numbers were skewed compared to the 14.4 test under heavy load. The other ones were fine because there wasn't that problem. And that's the thing, you know, you can have any size wire until you get to that threshold of what that power wire is capable of carrying that current due to the resistance in the line given the length. And I do have kicker wire everywhere other than that. That is a different brand blue wire there. Not going to go there, but I will test it with some kicker wire, see if it makes any difference. But it is kind of crazy to see that difference between, you know, just literally the distro block and the amplifier. Just too much current through that. But, you know, whenever they have these amplifiers, you know, they are not designing them in a way where people are going to be running them at, like, you know, 1 ohm resistive loads constantly. Otherwise, I think you kind of could put 2 inputs on there, just like the Warhorse 3600 that has 2 inputs, and it makes a little bit more power. So it's not too far off, you know. But again, you would have to make room in the amplifier for that. All that for, you know, a few extra volt drop. You know, it's just diminishing returns, in my opinion, on that. Show us how the load is. Thank you for tuning in, Emilio. Show us how the load is. So the resistor banks we have over here, is that what he's talking about? You do just got to look at it. You do just got to look at it. Let's see here. Those are the resistor loads for 500 watt, 4 ohm resistor load banks. And then we got the bus there. And then the switcher set. Oh. And then the switcher set over there. Because I want to see if it can be louder than what I got. What do you got, Emilio? Jason says, dang good efficiency. Nobody can complain about that. Right. Well, we're near 85% on almost every test. And then, you know, until the voltage started to drop, whatever. And that's the key thing, man. Even with home appliances, the efficiency is a number that you don't see on cheap products because they don't want to list it. And there's a reason why they're cheaper, and it just takes more to do more because the parts aren't as good, or they're just not laid out properly. You know, you can do pretty decent even with cheap parts, but the proper layout and how they're ran is also, there we go, now it's working. I'm like, you know what? It's throwing me off. It's too quiet in here. I can barely hear my music. I can barely hear all the, you know, the booms and stuff like that. The Santa hat. I tried putting underneath the headset. It just didn't work. It's throwing me off. Thank you, Garrick, for donating a $5 super chat. Appreciate you, man. We gotta look at it now.
Well, would you look at that? Oh my gosh, just look at it. Just look at it. You gotta look at it this way, okay? You just gotta look at it. That's all you can do anymore.
Andy, I've decided to hang in there, to keep pushing, to make better YouTube content, man. And, you know, that's the thing. You know, it's harder for me in a way because of the live streams, and like now that work's been slow, you know, we just haven't worked in like a week and a half. It's been slow. So I've been catching up on the YouTube stuff and doing more. But I feel like, you know, it's like with the content stuff, it's hard to put out bad content, and it's also hard to put out good content in 2 different ways, because it's easy to throw it up there and whatever, but then it's also hard to edit it as well and make it a better video, even though it might have the same principles. So just do it for you, man, you know, and I know I try to help you out on the editing. If you ever need something edited, I got you, man. Just send it over and I'll see what I can do on my time off. And, you know, and that's the thing. It's like, it's all about the hook. It's all about the hook. Thank you, Garrick. Appreciate you, sir. And thank you for making us look at it. Does anyone know how to contact Amp Dynos? Absolutely. He is on Facebook. If you go on Facebook and literally type in Amp Dynos, you will find him, Jason. I think that's probably your best bet is Facebook. I know on, I did have it on my website here. Living loud with it. Oh yeah, and by the way, Garrick, I'm working on your Cookie Monster V2 t-shirt. So that will be done shortly. Let's see. There we go. Do I have it on here anymore? No, I do not. I had his link, but I don't think it took it to anything in particular. Yeah, I got you, Jason. All right, cool. Well, I don't want to keep you guys here all night. Thank you again, everybody, super chatting, contributing to the show and watching. The UnMasked show was a blast. And I love when they have guests on, seeing their different builds and all that other fun stuff. And they're not going to let me go nowhere. They're like, you're not done yet. They're like, you're not done. You got to make it the whole 60 minutes. Thank you, Charlie, with a $20 super chat.
I don't care what you say about kickers. This guy is a difference maker.
You know what? I should turn that amp or fan up a little bit. I turned it down for when I'm over there because that's all you're going to hear is just... We got fans. We got proper cooling for the most part, other than the load resistors. We try to keep them cool. But thank you, Charlie. Appreciate you, man. And, you know, it was just fun hanging out with you on the Discord. And every Friday we do that. So if you guys, you know, want to get in contact with me one-on-one or just kick back, relax, have a good time, the guys don't bite. And tune in, Discord. It's in the About section every Friday after my live stream. And just appreciate you, Charlie. Appreciate you. CAE's got a question. 612s, 415s, or 318s? And I feel like with cone area and just kind of that by itself is the easiest way to factor in which one is going to work for you, other than power handling of the woofer, coil size, efficiency of the driver, because the coil's got to be bigger because you got more of them, you got less of them, whatever the situation is, to do the same amount of power. But is cone area just king? Not in general. And then you might need a bigger enclosure or vehicle if you're doing a wall to have more subs. So whenever you're talking 612s, 415s, 318s, I feel like they're pretty close. I want to say 415s is more than 318s, but not by much. You got 176 times 4, so you got like what, 700, 600 square inches of cone area. 318s, what's that, 254 times 3, so around about 700. And then 612, 113 times 6, so a little bit less, but close to that. So they're all about the same options. I feel like whenever you go with 415s, it's just going to look beefy. If you go 318s, you're gonna have 3 large drivers in there, but maybe they're gonna want to play a little bit lower because they're a bigger driver, and inherently apples versus apples. I think that would be the biggest decision maker on that. The 12s might be, you know, a little bit more higher FS compared to the 15s or 18s. So you got to take that into account as well. But thank you, CAE, for your question. And CAE says 12/8. How about that, CAE? 12. Thank you again, Charlie. Appreciate you, man. I'm glad you tuned in. It means the world. It really does. Merry Christmas early. I mean, we will be live Friday, and we'll have fun. We'll have fun. Great show as always, Andy. Thank you, William. Appreciate you, and appreciate all you guys. You know, this was just a one-off show. I'm like, we're supposed to do the after show, the unmasked after show, but I want to test this one more time. And just to show that the efficiency is definitely out of the park, and do it live. Like you can't get around that. Like I'm not lying to you. Hey Andy, go show the LX bass remote functions. All right, real quick, we're gonna do it. Kip has spoken. That kicker is just kicking, man. All right, do you hear the fan? You probably hear the fan go nuts. Oh, I just turned it off. I don't want to turn it off. Not 11. That is a number on here. There we go. All right, so bass knob is where? Where did I put that? It's in the box. Here's the box. Ha. This wire is definitely not all coiled up already. So, in the video, I did kind of show how the low voltage and the voltage work on this thing. Now, let me go run this over here, actually. And then I'll show you on my nicer camera that actually focuses. This is definitely not knotted already. It looks like wire that wouldn't knot right away, but it's doing that. It's doing that. This is going great. Let's unhook this, huh? It's because I put it in and out of the box like 3 times. I'm like, yeah, that's good. Let's see. Thank you, Fee-Fi-Fo Fum, for tuning in. Hey, Thomas. Did you get your Christmas card yet? Sweet Bass Action Friday. Looking forward to it. I mean, we might as well just... This thing is just going nuts over here. We might as well just look at this, huh? While we're waiting. That thing is just going nuts. Alright. running wire over to here. Just gotta look at it. New tracking details from Printify. Oh yeah, speaking of which, everything at Livin' Loud with Andy, just until January 1st, I have it 10% off. We got, this is the child tee, but this is the brand new Johnny 5 design. Can I like make this big? I don't want to share it. I just want to make it, I just want to look at it. Goodness gracious. But there is the Johnny 5 design, which is awesome. OG Livin' Loud with Andy. Call this the Kicker series because it looks just like Kicker's logo, but Livin' Loud with Andy. And then I want to get to the main stuff. We got a brand new LLC for the Green Team t-shirt. Cornet loves this one. I just picked one up, but I have it of the old version. Got the Livin' Loud on the side, and on the back you got the Livin' Loud with Andy right there for all the Green Team members. And then we got cups, bags, sandbagging. I try to name these. Living on coffee. Dubby's favorite cap. And then this is OG style. It just looks like the original t-shirt you guys went crazy over in the beginning. And just with the new design, but same concept. And then here we go. I like these ones. I picked up a blue one and a red one. These just look awesome. And we even got a little name insert inside and on the outside. But let's get to the bass remote functions here. Fago says, oh hell yeah, I need the LLC shirt. Absolutely. And where's the LLC kicker sub? I gotta watch what I sell, you know. If it's a kicker on it, I don't know. I'm gonna have to pick up the bigger phone on that one. Got a big phone, then there's a bigger phone. All right, let go of my face. There we go. All right, so for the Kicker L7X, the LX amplifier here, this is just on the voltage mode. And in the video, this measures from like 10.5 volts all the way up to 16. So right now it's at 15, and that's where it shows you at. So maybe it's a good idea to take a look at your voltage and then kind of say, okay, that's where I'm at, now I know, or just guess on it. So whenever you press on it here, I think the first one is the shock, right? Yeah, because when you turn this up, that's just that. Maybe that's why the tests were lower. Maybe the bass knob on here. No, I didn't have it disconnected. But either way, that's the bass knob. And then whenever you change the colors on the amplifier, it's going to change with it as well. I'll show that in a minute. This is the shock right here. Yeah, we want that all the way down. And that's what that does. I mean, Kip could probably give you a better explanation on it, but pretty much from what I understand, it's the 2.0 version of the shock, and it just, you know, makes bass for songs that just don't have bass, like old 50, 60, 70 music. And it just takes those notes and then what's it do? Recreate and make a lower one. And then your last function on here is just the clip. Let's see. Yep. I mean, it's just going to light up right here on the bottom because you got your shock. And then, yeah, that's your shock right there. And then your clip light will just light up over here on the right-hand side. But I do want to show over here, we might as well take a look at it. Man, that thing is just still going. I'm telling you, man, it's $1. Every, what is it, 30 seconds per dollar? It's kind of crazy. All right, let's move over here. And we're going to zoom in on the amplifier. I mean, I'm done testing this thing, so we can unhook all this stuff, huh? So you can actually look at it. Eef. All right, cool. So, whenever you press the light buttons, because you got your color changing, you got your brightness, and then reset. Whenever you change the colors on this amplifier, it also changes the color on the bass knob, which is cool, right? Move that out of the way. And then you have your brightness. But then if you also turn this thing off, where was it at? I forget. Yeah, the brightness, that's what it is. You go on the brightness on there, it you can still have color on your bass knob. So say you don't want to blind yourself from your amplifier reflecting up at your rear dash, you could still have your bass knob that lights up in the same color that you wanted before, but without having everything on. So I think that is cool how that does that. It's all integrated. And does the brightness change on this? No, this brightness stays the same. So I would say that's the gist of it on there. Maybe Santa will get me one, Jeff says. Maybe, just maybe. All right, let's see. Oh, man. It's so weird with the Santa hat on. I have a problem every year, but it's okay. There we go. Bassatronics, thank you for tuning in, man. Just, did you look at it? Did you look at it? And it's a rotary encoder, no wireless RJ45, right. The KXA 2400.1 was wireless. Some people loved it, some people hated it. I loved it, but you know, it's okay. It's okay. Now I do like that one, and I like how it shows the voltage. The KXA 2400, 1600, 1200, whatever, they did not have that. So that is cool that it has that, and alongside with everything else. Is it wireless? Well, if you tangle it enough, yes, it can become wireless. Cornet says, I was sporting the Living Loud with Andy Kicker textile hoodie today with a good old Sharton on 'em hat. Yes. I love that. That's my favorite hoodie, man. It's really my favorite hoodie because that's you know, and wear it during the shows too. I don't know. I like it. Thank you, Cornet. Appreciate you, man. And you know, thanks for always tuning in, dude. Appreciate you repping. Would you just look at that swag? You do got to look at it. You do got to look at it. All right, cool. No, I have not gotten any Christmas cards. I've been barely getting out of the studio. I think tomorrow I'm going to actually walk outside my door. I've been just doing a bunch of stuff with the LX amplifier and just, you know, the, you know, normal YouTube stuff. Facebook. Keep costs down. The Bluetooth wireless remote on the KX was the biggest blessing and curse, so we went back to a wire. Right, you know, and I feel like there was probably a lot of like issues, you know, more so than a wire breaking and replacing the wire. You know, it's just kind of like less things to go wrong. Pure genius, Kip. Nice done. Yeah, again, I need to look outside. I need to look at it. The voltage seems new. I don't think the KXA remote had it. No, it did not. No, it did not. Price, we don't know yet, Roy. To be announced. Noisy environments. Okay, right. Radio interference or something like that. You know, you can get stuff. I don't know. I didn't have too many issues with it. The only issue I had with the KXA wireless bass knob, it wasn't connection issues. It was the dial. The spinny dial went. And, you know, for me pushing on it, going like this, press, see if I'm clipping, you know, all that fun stuff. Now it just shows you don't have to press nothing to know if you're clipping. It's just going to light up. And I like that. So kudos on two things. That and the voltage. Wade, thank you for tuning in, man. Appreciate ya. Thank you for showing the LX bass remote, Andy, and thank you, Kip, for bringing it up. I know I would have forgot. I mean, I did the whole video on the whole thing. Go take a look at it. But I just wanted to mostly, just have you guys ask some questions about it, but then also do those efficiency numbers again, because my efficiency was a little bit lower, and we had to fix that. We had to fix that. I might do like a short video for it, kind of like what I did tonight, but I had to talk about it. I've been messing with it all day today. I'll hide every wire in my system but the bass knob wire, but it doesn't matter since nobody really sees it. You know, and that's the thing, man. I know, you know, Clean Wire Club and keeping everything that looks clean. I feel like it's more over function, you know, of just, is it safe? Then are all your wires, you know, visible or not? You know, it comes down to that. And if people are going to be looking at it, like, even though you may never have an issue, but if you go one wire just laying on the floor, they're going to be like, what the heck? And you know what? It's because people have systems like that, and it's not that they're not done you know, cleanly, but they're also done incorrectly and they have issues. So then you think, okay, that person has issues with their system because it's not ran cleanly. So you get that misconception real fast. Thank you, Blake, for tuning in. Appreciate you, sir. You're late. I mean, we're going an hour and 10 minutes in. I started a half an hour early, but either way, appreciate you guys tuning in. Wear sunglasses when you go out so you didn't get blinded. Or I know, that's what it feels like, man. Like, I have one outside, but not very often. I've been in this studio more than anything, and I feel like it's not much cleaner, but I didn't plan on cleaning it. Just dyno testing, just editing, mostly the merch stuff. Like, oh, goodness gracious, just trying to make it perfect for you guys, because, you know, you guys are spending your hard-earned money on that stuff. If you want to pick one up, that's great. And either way, it's just I had to do it right. Plus, I wear the shirts all the time, and like kicker shirts too. I try to do the kicker shirts on Tuesday, if you noticed that, and then Living Loud with Andy on Friday. But depending, it all depends my mood, and you know, so it's got to be nice, it's got to be done right. And the old website, man, oh my goodness, I tried uploading a few of them so that when you're on a YouTube video, like on this video here, you'll see like products and stuff. Right now, there's only one. So I tried uploading this brand new image on there, and it's already giving me issues. I'm like, every time, man, every time I have Cookie Monster in there, it's like, even though that it's literally drawn by hand, it looks too close to it, or it's just something, and I had to move. So trying to get other things, but that's the main website right there. You can't miss it. But lots of work and time went into that, but now it's done, so we're good. Moving on. Moving on. Thank you for tuning in, TJ. Appreciate you, man. Hey, buddy. Man, you guys are awesome for tuning in tonight. Got 44 you guys. Now you guys are all tuning in. What the heck? What the heck? Blakey. I'll do the job. Fago. Sup, Blake? Show's almost over. I know. Don't mind the wires. We're testing still. Exactly. We're always... It's almost done. The project is almost finished. Still working on it. Where's my thing at? I'm getting all lost here. There we go. Is that better like that? This way? I don't know. Merry Christmas, Casey. I will see you guys on Friday. We'll do something, Christmas show or something. Or maybe, I don't know. You know, it all depends. We'll see. I planned on going live on Friday. Next Tuesday, I know they were saying about Kicking It With Andy. And one time they bring up Kicking It With Andy, I'm not going live on Tuesday. I'm like, no. Christmas Eve, I mean, I could, but my sister and my family would be pretty mad. They'd be like, wait, where do you gotta go? I gotta go live, you know. No, it's a no show on Tuesday. Should be back on Friday unless something changes, but either way, if I don't go live on Friday, I'm gonna kick out more content. I'm already recording on some other things too, just, you know, for more short stuff. We gotta hit that 10K. Look at that, we're already up to 9,150. 48. That's crazy. 10K. I smell it. And I got to do all that stuff too with your guys' Living Loud with Andy merch. So it had to be done. It had to be done for the winner on the 9K. But yes, I will be replying back to you guys. And cool. By the way, most sound quality focused DD sub is the VOW7000. Put that sub in a sealed box and I can guarantee it'll sound as good as the other subs on the market. And I feel like with most subs, if they're a good sub, you put them in the right enclosure, it's going to shine. You put a good sub in a bad enclosure, it's not going to sound good. It's just going to be limiting on the amount of performance that you're going to get out of it. Always testing. Thank you for tuning in, Blake. Thank you for tuning in, Alex. What's up? Appreciate it. Man, now we got 46 of you guys in here. What the heck? We already did the amp dyno and everything. Where'd you guys go? The show's almost over. But not over. I mean, if you guys are still wanting to hang out, we can hang out, you know, because it's already 11:15. Technically, I go from 10:30 to 11:30. I got a little antsy. I'm like, I want a mall. I want an amp dyno. Let's do it. Let's see. But thank you for tuning in, Alex. Appreciate you guys on Facebook and YouTube. CA, good times. You're doing the after show. This is technically the after show, but no Discord. I do that just on Fridays, and honestly, I look forward to the little break after watching UnMasked, and then going live, and then doing a Discord thing. That's too much. And it's also trash night, so I have to take out the trash. So there is that. because I forget. I'll be in the Discord hanging out with you guys until 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, oh my god, I gotta take the trash out, and like everything is frozen, and like the trash cans are flying all over the place. It's never, you know, I've been doing it for too long. That's okay. Fridays are awesome for the after party. Should be some coming weight from production models. Andy, make sure you mail it to the P.O. box this time. Yeah, I sent it to you on the P.O. box with this one thing here. Oh, yeah, your thing. Yeah. Wait, you didn't wait a minute. You didn't win. You won something, but you didn't win. That's Cornet. Cornet won. I'm glad he doesn't have a P.O. box. That was a struggle. I'm going to try and drop a on Tuesday. A video on Tuesday. Yeah, I mean, you know, I feel like it's not a terrible idea to have a video release on UnMasked Christmas Eve. God, car audio and breathing, that's all I know. Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, you know, because people are going to be on their phones, they're going to be at their in-laws, they're going to be doing whatever. Kids are going to be jumping around playing with their toys. They're going to pull out their phone. Oh man, there's CAE, you know, or whatever. And I think it's a good idea. Absolutely. What's for dinner, Kip? Dinner? You mean late night snack? Cheeseburger and tater tots. That does sound good. That does sound good. I need me some Sonic. That's what that sounds like. And an ice cold beverage. Oh, where's my little thing at? I got my thing all the way over there with all the Kip things. There we go. And I forgot to put that on. There we go. It's not playing. There we go. There it is. Kip coming back. Oklahoma onion smash burgers and tots. Man, Oklahoma's got some awesome food, man. Really does. And I need to go again just for the food. I mean, the kickers were nice, but the food was amazing. A kicker story. It's about what it is. Christmas story, kicker story. All right, cool. Only 8 here in California. Dropping a live Tuesday. In your steed. Dropping a live on Tuesday. Yeah, I will be all the way at my sister's, about an hour away on Tuesday, so no live for me unless it's on my cell phone or something. But I appreciate you guys watching. I'm not going to keep you here all night. If you guys got any other questions, drop them down below. I'll try to remember them. If not, wait till the video is done. Drop it down. I will see it. And have an awesome week. And appreciate you guys so much, man. And I'll see you guys Friday most likely. If not, Merry Christmas. And awesome UnMasked show. Aaron, Jacob, Ernie, whole gang. You guys did great. Can't forget about Colin. And without further ado, I'll catch you guys on the next one. And as always, stay living loud. Man, this Santa hat is hot. Here we go. Here we go.
With Andy, kicking it with Andy, kicking it with Andy,
Uh-oh.
kicking it with Andy, kicking it with Andy, kicking it with Andy, kicking it with Andy, kicking it with Andy.
Okay. So we're kicking it with Andy, right? You know what that means. We living loud.
What the heck? It just started. The show is already over. No way. No way.
Yeah, it's over, Wiz. Oh, no, now it's going. It is going. We got a $2 super chat from Cornut. What?
Thank you for supporting Andy. Your super chat goes a long way, Pacific Northwest, baby. Stay living loud.
Stay living loud. Appreciate you guys. The Christmas Caboose says it's going to Kip with a $5 super chat. Would you look at that?
Would you look at that? Oh my gosh, just look at it. Just look at it. You gotta look at it this way, okay? You just gotta look at it. That's all you can do anymore.
And there is the Caboose. Appreciate you guys. And thank you so much. Merry Christmas. And Wiz, do you want to take us out, or are you good here now?
Yeah, I'm good. I got what I wanted. LX did great tonight and on your video. But how about 5 volts?
No more 5-volt, low-volt stuff. You're gonna blow up the amplifier. Love you guys so much, and stay living loud. And then we dance.